Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. Premavasya Prabhu. Ready Prabhuji?
Yes, I will.
Okay, Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam. Welcome to Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Today is actually the most auspicious day of appearance of Radha Kund. Prabhuji will be sharing the glories of Radha Kund and its significance to us, especially the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Prabhuji, over to you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana-salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadamaham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavasya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sadagna Raghunathangitam Tam Sadevam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sarana Lalita Shri Visakhamritam Sharam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapte Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Sarvano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Vancha Kalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity to talk about glories of Radha Kund. So before we talk about Radha Kund, let's discuss something by which we understand the glories of Radha Kund. So I prepared some slides so that we can take some messages from this. Let me share my slides. Can you see my slide now?
Yes, Prabhuji, it is visible, Prabhu. It's visible, Prabhuji.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we start with this topic that scarcity. Okay, so there was a psychologist, Robert Cialdini. He said that people assign more values to things that are scarce or hard to obtain. So until and unless we have understanding that this bhakti is the most rarest thing, and the glories of Radha Kund is the rarest of rarest thing to obtain. In Bhagavata, Lord Krishna says that Manusyanam sahasresu kaschit yatati siddhai yatatam api siddhanam kaschin ma vedi tatvatah. So this shloka also talks about the rare opportunity as human being, and it talks about that also, although in the form of human body, it is also very rare to understand Lord Krishna. And from this we can understand it's very, very rare to understand the glories of Radha Kund. So we know the story of Radha Kund, that when Lord Krishna was around 11 years old, he killed this Arishtasur, and from there Lord Krishna prepared this Syam Kunda, and then Radha prepared this Radha Kunda. So we'll not go into that story, but I will talk about something more to emphasize on the glories of Radha Kund for us. In nectar of devotion, there are 6 items are mentioned. The first item is that pure devotional service brings immediate relief from all kind of material distress. So sometimes I feel that this statement also may not may not uh, bring important to devotional life into us. Second point, pure devotional service is the beginning of all auspiciousness. So people may think that I may get auspiciousness from different perspectives, so they define their auspiciousness from differently. Third point, pure devotional service automatically puts one in the transcendental pleasure. The fourth point is something which I like very much, and if we understand this, that pure devotional service is rarely achieved. So our just like we started in the beginning that scarcity principle. So if we understand that pure devotional service is something very rare, it is also very rare that one will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It also very rare to be in association with a devotee. It's also very rare that some some devotee will gather together and discuss about Lord Krishna and devotional service, being in association with devotees. These things are very rare, very, very rare. So our mind, this human body, our mind, intelligence, they are structured in a such a way that they get attached, they get attracted to something which is very rare. So when we were not, connected with Prabhupada's missions, this Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. So at that time, this devotional service looked something very rare, and uh, and then we get attached because it is something rare, something different. Therefore, mind get has a tendency to go to something which is very rare. So we should understand that this pure devotional service is very rare. मनुष्याणां सहस्रेषु कश्चित् यतते सिद्धे यतताम् अपि सिद्धानां कश्चिन् मां वेत्ति तत्वतः. Out of 84 lakhs species, human birth is rare, and out of this human body, the one who develops and asks Athato Brahma Jigyasas. Once we start asking those questions and they want to perfect themselves, they want to understand what is the purpose of human life, that inquiry itself is very rare. Otherwise, it is said that ahara nidra bhayam cha samani tat pasuvi narana. So mostly people they just inquire about where to get food, how to get shelter, and that is the reason we were we are here, and so they inquire only about that those how to protect ourselves. But out of those very few people, they think that if there is supreme, if there is supreme, is a supreme is like an ATM machine that you get a password, a pin, and then you enter the pin and card and you get the money. Or is the supreme is like a father, I mean, who is very compassionate, and you go and ask and he gives how much is required. You may ask less, but if he thinks you need more, he will give more. Just like once a father asked his son that how much money you need. He said, I need 4 rupees. He asked, why do you need 4 rupees? He said, I want to purchase a car. So now I think that this small kid, he has no idea that with 4 rupees he will not get the car. But the father has the idea that should I give him the enough money to buy the car or not? So he's not like a ATM machine. So only in Gaudiya Vaishnava or in the devotional life we understand that Lord can interact with us. Lord can talk to us. Lord can become our friend. Lord, devotee can become father and mother of the Lord Himself. So this relationship, these things are uh, only known to devotees. So just imagine these are very, very rare. The pure devotion service is very rarely achieved. So fifth point, that those in pure devotion service derive even the conception of liberation. So this is also very difficult to understand. I mean, we do not have much idea about what liberation means. And a pure devotional service, a pure devotee, they do not want any kind of liberations. And pure devotional service is the only means to attract Krishna. So this also we don't have much idea that what it means that Krishna is attracted towards us. So Krishna, the word itself means that he attracts, but pure devotional service is something which attracts even Lord Krishna. And and this is directly linked to the story and the glory of Radha Kunda. So therefore I took this point today to discuss. So before we discuss the glory of Radha Kund and about the significance, there are a few things that we need to uh, prepare the ground so that we understand the glory of Radha Kund. So these are the 6 characteristics of pure devotional service, out of which the one uh, that that if we understand very seriously, we will get attached, and that is that pure devotional service is rarely achieved. It's not very common. It's not very common. It's not something we observe everywhere. It is very rare. Okay, so and then in this process, we also understand that to achieve the pure devotional services, it is given that it starts with Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, and then Anartha Nivritti, and then Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, and then the Prema. So I have marked the circle here that Bhajan Kriya and Anartha Nivritti, they, I mean, this progress is straightforward, but here it appears that there is kind of cyclic kind of thing. That means we Anarth Nivritti and the Bhajan Kriya and then the Sadhu Sanghas, they keep repeating itself until uh, there is enough Anarth Nivritti, and then we move to Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhav, and Prem. So it all starts with understanding that how our mind plays with us. So when we are doing devotional service, so there are two concepts. One is that am I doing devotional service in control of mind, or I'm doing devotional service with controlled mind? So when we do our devotional service in control of mind, so we are under the control of mind, and then stage if we are doing devotional service in the control uh, in the control of mind. That means we are under the control of mind. So what is the function of mind? That it will not stay at one topic. It will not stay at one topic, and therefore our nishtha does not arises. And once there's no nishtha, then ruchi, then asakti, and the bhav and the prem, they do not sprout. So asakti cannot be at many places. Asakti can be only at one place. So those who are attached to Radha Kund, so they are very much asakti. They have very much asakti with the Radha Kund. So we need to understand that how we are performing our devotional service. Are we doing our devotional service when we are in the control of mind, or we are doing devotional service by controlling our mind? So when we are in the control of mind, so although we are performing devotional service, but the characteristic of mind is that it is not will not stay at one topic, one place. It keeps jumping. And therefore, it is good that we are doing devotional service, we engage in different kind of services, but Nishtha and Ruchi and Asakti, they do not develop at one place because it keeps changing, keeps changing. For example, one if we are visiting Vrindavan for say last 10 years, then the mind will say that, okay, I know every place in Vrindavan, so this time let me go to Navadvip Dham, or let me go to Dwarika, or some other places. So this is the mind. So mind will not be fixed. So although we may be engaged in different kind of services, but to get to the state of Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, our mind has to get fixed. So therefore, I just took out these 6 steps. The devotional service by controlling the mind. So it starts with the controlling the mind. So not to be in the control of mind. So mind is like will not allow you to stay with one deity. So wherever is Krishna, there is Vrindavan. So suppose if I'm in Mumbai and you're in Bangalore and somebody is different places, Delhi. So we have temples, we have deities, but during in the month of Kartik, people will leave the deity and go to Vrindavan. So what is the idea? That means for the entire year we were worshipping Lord Krishna, who is not here, and he's only present in Vrindavan, that is Bhama Vrindavan, the place in the Uttar Pradesh. Prabhupada says that I have created Vrindavan in all our places, in all the places where Prabhupada established temple. He said Krishna is there, Radha is there, and Vrindavan is here. So so it is only because we are in the control of mind that mind will say that I have been staying in this temple for long. Let me change the temple and go somewhere else. So this is like we are in control of mind. Mind requires variety. It needs variety, and therefore it keeps changing. It keeps changing the deity. It keeps changing the place. It keeps changing the temple. It keeps changing the process of worship. It keeps changing the method of devotional services. But one whose mind is controlled, he is fixed up, then he is fixed up in the Mahamantra. He is fixed up in the deity he is worshipping. He will not change. So we know that our acharyas, so they had their fixed deities. So we know the Rupa Goswami is fixed deity, Sanatana Goswami is fixed deity. So all the Goswamis and all the big devotees, their fixed deity whom they worship. Srila Prabhupada uh, did establish deity worship all around the world so that those devotees who are staying there, they can get access to the deities and they can worship. So if you're in the control of mind, then suppose I'm here and we have this Radha Madan Mohanji here. So if I think that only I get association of Madan Mohan when I go to Vrindavan, then what I'm doing for last entire month for 11 months if I only get association of Radha Krishna in the temple only. So this is the idea. Because we are doing devotion service in control of mind, our mind it requires variety and it keeps rotating and changing topic. And therefore, in that stage of mind, when we talk about the glories of Radha Kund, they'll not stay in our heart. Even if we hear about it, if we talk about it, and we always keep listening about the glory of Radha Kund, but that glories will not stay in our heart. So therefore, we should control the mind. So devotional service start with the controlling the mind, and then we need to discipline the mind. So Lord Krishna in Bhagavata says that the yogi who are doing the meditation, the mind will flicker here and there, but he need to control the mind and bring it at one place. So that is the discipline the mind. And then once the mind is controlled by various processes, and then mind is disciplined, that we need to keep focus at one place. and then the mind get attached to the service of the Lord, and then this spontaneous delight and identity and the prema bhakti that comes. Okay, so these are the 11 steps which is given in the nectar of instructions. And if you read this Updesamrit, so we can easily understand that the purpose of writing the nectar of instruction Updesamrit is very, very clear. The purpose of Updesamrit is to understand the glories of Radha Kund, nothing else. So it starts with the control speech, mind, anger, tongue, belly, genital, vacha vegam. So all those kind of vega that we need to control. So it all starts with the controlling the our mind. That is the foundation of our sadhana. And then we discipline it. That and with a disciplined mind that opens the door to the real devotion. So Updesam, so devotee would go and sit near Radha Kund. So mostly people will read the Radha Ashtakam, and but but a devotee who want to understand the glories of Radha Kund, they would prefer to read the Updesamrit sitting at the bank of Radha Kund, because until unless we develop in our mind uh, the importance of Radha Kund, just by reading the glories of Radha Kund um, will not be permanent in our intelligence, in our mind. So we need to understand what is the process. The process starts with our controlling the senses. Bhakti Siddhanta Maharaj also would lecture on Udesamrit while sitting near Radha Kund. So our devotional service starts with the control of our senses, and then avoiding 6 behaviors that destroy bhakti, that is overeating, over endeavor, idle talk, bad association, fickleness, and neglect of shastras. Behaviors that nourishes bhakti, giving and receiving gifts, prasada, and then sharing confidential thoughts with devotee and the loving exchanges. And then in the fourth sloka of Updesamrit says that how the bhakti grows. So it starts with the control of senses, and then avoiding 6 things which destroy the bhakti, and then being association of devotees, and then slowly so Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajan Kriya, Anarth Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, and Prem that starts. And then respecting devotees at different levels, Kanishta, Madhyama, Uttama. So we describe how to honor each of them. And then avoiding offenses and seeing devotees as sacred. And then 7, chanting the holy name with deep feeling that Krishna is non-different. His names are not different from him, and we chant. And then 8, fixing the mind on Krishna's form and pastimes. And the 9, that is the stage of progressive absorption in the Braja. And then on 10th point, the supreme position of Radha Kund describes. And that it says that bathing in Radha Kund grants entrance into the deepest mood of love. And then 11th, the pinnacle of devotion, like residing near Radha Kund in the mood of gopis. This is the highest aspiration of Gaudiya Vaishnava. So, so actually, while discussing with the glory of Radha Kund, we need to understand what is the position of Radha, and then we need to understand what is the position of Radha Kund, relations with the Krishna and Radha. So, what I feel that the topic given to me was importance of Radha Kund, glories and importance for us as a devotee. So, in general, when we speak about the glories, we can talk many things, but for a devotee who wants to get benefited from the glories of Radha Kund, it is very important to understand that what is that ground on which this glory will stay. It is not a story, something which we listen once and then we go away and then it is just washed off. So we are hearing the glories of Radha Kund because we want to make progress in devotion. We want to make progress so that we understand um, uh, Radha and Krishna and their loving affairs. So for that we need to understand this all these eight steps that is given there, and then ninth step. So from Updesamrit, from sloka 1 to sloka 9, it is the preparation stage, and that is where as a devotee we should focus. Until unless we focus on those points just by listening, the glories of Radha Kund will not help us. Will not help us in the way that our mind get fixed up in these glories. Okay, so Lord Krishna says that if we are not able, if you are not able uh, to perform or get I mean perfection in a devotional life in this life, then we will get another opportunity. So Lord Krishna said that we will be granted another opportunity. So for example, we are talking about the mind, and when Lord Krishna was talking about the mind with Arjuna, then Arjuna said that it is very difficult to control mind. Mind is very powerful. I can control the strong wind, but not the mind. And then Arjuna asks Lord Krishna that because I could not control the mind, and if I'm not successful, so will I lose the material life and the spiritual life and the life beyond? What is the fate of unsuccessful yogi? So Lord Krishna says very clearly that they are granted another opportunity. So many times devotee, as a devotee, I mean, we think that okay, there's nothing harm because we are in devotional service and we are doing something. So even if you are not able to complete the devotional service and we are not perfect, then we will get another opportunity. So we need to understand very clearly here is that getting an opportunity is not a guarantee. So I mean, it is said that people will get birth in Suchinam Srimatam Gehe. So they will get birth in very rich family. They will get birth in the family of devotees. So this is an opportunity that we get. But do we see that those who are very rich, they are big devotees? All those who are born in the family of devotees, they also become devotee. So that we do not, I mean, that we do not understand. We should think about that. That Lord Krishna says that we will be granted another opportunity, but he does not say that I grant you. It is granted that you will able to perform devotional service next life. So Lord is not granting this to us. He will just grant an opportunity, and that we should understand. And therefore, by understanding this, we should be very, very serious in whatever opportunity that we have. We should not lose the opportunity by thinking that it does not matter that if this lifetime or I'm not successful, then I will get another opportunity. So we'll get opportunity, but it's not sure that I will utilize the opportunity or not. Just think about there are many people who stay near the temple, but they never come to temple. They hear the bells in the morning. They see devotees, I mean, coming there, but they do not come to temple. So they were granted opportunity. Many people they want to stay near temple so that they can attend Mangalarti, they can attend to different sevas in the temple, and they want to purchase house near the temple. They want to stay close to temple, and but those who are automatically staying near temple, just next to temple, but they do not come to temple. They do not serve the temple. So they have been granted the opportunity, but it's not a guarantee that that they will perform devotional service. And therefore, with this, if that fact is in our mind, then we should think that this life we just not granted. I mean, I do not know what will happen next. I do not know what will happen, going to happen next in the next moment. There is no guarantee. I mean, the way the world is today, the way people die. I mean, there is no guarantee. People are dancing, they die. They are in the gym, they die. They are eating, they die. They're traveling, they're doing something. So much uncertainty with this life, and with this uncertainty, and then we may get opportunity next in the next life, but it's not granted that will become devotee, will perform the same devotional service. So therefore, we should be very serious about understanding the importance of devotional service. So one who understands the importance of devotional service, only he can understand the glories of Radha Kund. Until unless we have, and I mean, what I mean to say that until unless we have, uh, that importance in our mind, then although we may read the glory of Radha Kund, we may hear about it, but that will not stay with us. For example, I do not want to become a doctor, so I want to become an engineer. And then you talk to me about the glories of becoming a doctor and then becoming a heart surgeon and becoming this famous. And so, but I may not hear about it. Similarly, so until unless we have the glories of devotional service and then the ultimate goal that can be achieved in the devotional service. So those who think that doing devotional service is just for getting rid of this cycle of birth and death. So the idea is that if I chant daily Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, then the Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Dosa and Darsanam, these four things will go away from my life. For them, glory Radha Kund will not stay in their mind, so they will not also listen about it. Somebody they think that they want to chant, they want to be in divine service because they may get promoted to Vaikuntha Loka, and they may get promoted to higher planet. They may get promoted to Goloka, but what they will do there? So suppose a devotee is transferred today to the Goloka, and well, Lord Krishna is there. What will do there today? So if that the concept is not clear, then also the glory of Radha will not stay with us. And therefore, this understanding, this difference that being granted an opportunity is not a guarantee that we will again get involved in divine service and we are again um, the same serious or sincere in the divine service. So it's a choice that we need to make, and therefore it is very important that in this life itself we should uh, we should try our best that we do our divine service very sincerely and very seriously, and and do divine service not in control of mind but by controlling the mind. And with this is the depiction I prepare. It is not the true depiction, but just to understand. So it will be very difficult for me to put in diagrammatically something to make you understand. So we have the senses, intelligence, mind, and this tamas ahankara, which makes us feel that I am this body. And above this, that we have this Suddha Ahankara, that I am the servant of Lord Krishna. Jivera Sarup hai Nitya Krishna Das. And there is the concept of rasa. So anything that we experience with our senses, with our intelligence, with our mind is not actually the rasa that we feel. It is the pure linked with the function of the soul, that is the Sud Ankara, that I am the eternal servant of Lord Krishna and his devotees, his servants, something like that. And this rasa may get reflected in our senses, in intelligence, mind, and in association of Suddha Bhakta. And when we are engaged in Sravana Kirtana Seva, and when we surrender false ego, to the Shuddha Ankara. So rasa is a very difficult topic to explain to anyone. Just like in Narad Bhakti Sutra. So I took out some slokas from Narad Bhakti Sutra. What it talks about this rasa? Let us discuss about it. So it says anirvachaniyam. Anirvachaniyam means we cannot describe. Muka swadanavata. Muka swadanavata means a person who cannot speak. Muka, we cannot speak. Now, suppose he is eating rasgulla or anything, and then you ask him what is the taste? He cannot explain what is the taste. So rasa is something like that. You cannot explain what is that rasa. Muka swadanavata. Anirvachanim. You cannot describe it in any way. You cannot describe the glories of Radha Kund. It is very difficult because the glories of Radha Kund is about understanding the rasa, understanding the bhakti rasa. And therefore, it is very difficult to describe the glories of Radha Kund. So, one can say something which is very superficial, and but I mean, unless one is into the bhakti rasa, he can understand what is the glory of Radha Kund. So to understand the glory of Radha Kund, we need to get into the bhakti rasa. Then only we can understand. Otherwise, it's very difficult to explain the glories of Radha Kund. So it is Mukha Swadanavata. Udgame Udgamete Kapiva Gunarahitam, Kamarahitam, Pratikshana Vardhamanam, Sukshmataram, Anubhava Rupam. So this is like Anubhava Rupam. One need to experience it. One has to experience it himself. So when a person is sharing his own experience, that will not help other to explain the glories of Radha Kunda. So everyone has to experience it himself. What is the glories? And one will understand that bhakti and the glories, then what is that symptom that appears with him? Tat prapya, tad eva lokayati, tad eva shinoti, tad eva chintayati. So that is a symptom of one person who has really understood the glories of bhakti rasa. And then uh, in the glories of bhakti rasa, the topmost understanding is that, I mean, we talked about the how Radha Rani and the Lord Krishna, the Radha Bhav, something like this. It's a very top topic to discuss. So just by understanding the devotion to Lord Krishna, tat prapya tat eva lokayati. So one who has attained to that stage, he only sees everywhere. Mahatmanastu Mahapartha Devim Prakritim Asrita. So he's always in the protection of the Radharani, I mean, and his energies. And others, they are in the control of this material gunas. So and they just look at, so wherever they see the Lord. Tad eva lo. These are verses from Narad Bhakti Sutra. So tat prapya tad eva loketi tad eva srinoti. He thinks that whoever is speaking, they are only speaking about the glories of Lord Krishna only, or the glories of Radha Kunda only. So that is the stage one achieves. Even if you hear the birds are chirping, so the birds are making sound in the morning, in the evening, and the devotee who hears, he thinks that they are not they are just chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So so that is, they just hear about the Lord Krishna's and that glory, and then tad eva chintayati. Then he only starts thinking about it. Mat chitta mat gata prana bodhyanta parasparam. So this is the mindset that develops. Mat chitta mat gata prana. So their mind is completely attracted to Lord Krishna because they have understood the glories of devotional service to Lord Krishna. And those who have understood that great glories of devotional service to Lord Krishna, they can only understand the that what how Radha Rani, Srimati Radha, she served the Lord Krishna. What is her mood? Even Lord Krishna cannot understand what is her mood. Why Radha Rani, she loves so much Lord Krishna. And to understand that, Lord Krishna appeared at Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to understand what is the glories of Radha's love, why Radha loves Krishna so much, and he wanted to understand that taste. He wanted to taste that same love of Radha for Krishna. That is something you want to understand that, and therefore Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So until unless we serve Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can understand the glories of Radha's love for Lord Krishna. And until we understand the glories of Radha's love for the Krishna, how it is possible that we understand the glories of Radha Kunda, which is nothing but the liquid form of Radha's love for Lord Krishna, or to say that it is the liquid form of Radha itself. So just like Ganga. For the Ganga, it says that it is the liquid form of Brahma himself. It is so we may not understand that glories, that importance. Just like if I have a, I mean, for just example, nowadays we do not have checks. We just use UPI most of the time. So I mean, just clicking a button that in a UPI, I mean, just scan something and then click the button, and then an entire amount is transferred from your bank to other bank account. A child may not understand what is the importance of clicking that button. He may think that I have been playing game in this mobile phone for long, and I've been pressing many buttons and nothing happened. But now today I press this button, and then my father is very angry at me. What is the importance of pressing that button or swiping that button, right or left? So similarly, we don't understand. So one who understand what is the symptom, mad chitta, mad gata prana, bodhayanta parasparam. So one who understand the glory to Radha Kund, what will happen that after this class, she will just talk about the glory of Radha Kund. Whoever he will meet or she will meet, the devotee will only talk about the glory of Radha Kund. He will only talks about Radha Kund. He will only ask about the what is the glory of Radha Kund. I want to understand what is the glories of Radha Kund, what is the glories of the devotional service. So he will only talks about, he will only wants to hear about that, because that it is very rare, it is very difficult to obtain. The mind gets attached to something which is very rare, which is very difficult to attain. And because until it is there, this stage will not come, and then until this stage comes to us, it is very difficult for us to understand the glories of Radha Kund. Okay. And then I just have some points. I mean, uh, for new devotees and the devotees who are advanced and the more advanced. So just for discussion, I mean, I'm also a new devotee, but to discuss about, I need to talk about. So new devotees is like we just need to talk about the importance of Radha Kund. The Radha Kund is very, very great. It is the Radha's uh, prem in a liquid form, and then bathing in the Radha Kund is not just a ritual, just go and bath, and then suppose we do a parikrama for Govardhan parikrama, and then our feet is burning, it is very, we are very tired, and then you put the leg in Radha Kund, and then you feel relaxed. So that is not the glory Radha Kund. It's not that I am feeling transcendental bliss because because I was very tired and it is very hot outside, and then somebody they take bath and feel good, and then say that it is so refreshing to take bath. So that is not, we understand the rasa of Radha Kund. And then for new devotees, you can talk about that hearing of the Radha Kund purifies the heart. So that is all we understand. And Prabhupada said Radha Kund is superior to all because it is there that love of Krishna overflows. So that much a devotee can understand initially. And that is what we also understand. Nothing more than this. For, I mean, those who are little serious, so they can talk about this. Sambandha, Abhidhe, those kind of things. What is our relationship with Krishna? What is the relationship of Krishna with Radharani? And then what is the meaning of this Radha Kund? So by bathing Radha Kund, one is quickly immersed in the ocean of Radha's love. That means they understand that uh, how Radharani loves Lord Krishna. That you understand. So it is very, very big statement to understand, because from Chaitanya Charitamrita to understand that even Lord Krishna doesn't understand Radha's love. And to understand Radha's love, Lord Lord Krishna himself had to appear as Lord Chaitanya, and then he understood it being in Radha's mood. And but Ravindra Goswami said that just a bathing in Radha Kund, one can understand the Radha's love. So, what is this bathing in Radha Kund means? So, is it bathing is physical, physically dipping ourselves in that, or it is the mentally or intellectually we understand it? So, immersing in the bathing in Radha Kund is like understanding the our relationship with Lord, understanding Radharani's relationship with Lord, and then why Radharani loves Lord Krishna so much, and why we need to love Lord Krishna. What is the relationship? So those inquiries, those understanding we should have, and that is called bathing in the Radha Kund. So Radha Kund is the gateway of Madhurya Rasa. So there are different kind of rasas, and then I we discussed that this rasa is not something which cannot describe without tongue. Very difficult. I mean, I'm eating some a food, and then I talk about that food is very tasty. But until unless you also taste the same food, we cannot be on the same platform. So, and rasa is something very difficult to explain. If somebody is attracted looking at someone, that he is uh, he is enjoying that rasa, just like when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he used to dance, and he used to show his ecstasy of devotion. And then this Asht Satvi Vikara he used to show, and then people would get attracted. What is this? They will get very amazed. Just like when devotees from temple they go out, or when we go to the devotee, I mean temple in the program, and then we see that this Hare Krishna Mahaman people are chanting, and then they are dancing so much bliss, and those who just look at it, they think about, I mean, what is that pleasure that they're getting? I mean, why they're dancing so much? Why they're jumping? Why they're running around? Why they are hugging each other? I mean, what is that bliss they are getting there? And that is something which attracts other people to the temple and to the devotion life, and they also want to test that. What is that? What is this? What is there something that they keep chanting Hare Krishna Mahaman daily for 2 hours? Wherever they meet, they just say Hare Krishna. Whenever they go to temple, they chant Hare Krishna, and they are so much in bliss. They are so happy. Their face is so bright. So something. I mean, those who are just sitting there in the temple and just looking at the videos and pictures, they can understand. One has to get immersed into these services. Just start chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Start following the rules and regulation. Control the mind. Discipline your mind, and then follow the process of devotion service. And then one day you can also release that rasa. So that is we understand. And then from that rasa, we have different kind of rasa, that Santa, Dasya, Sakhya, and then this Madhurya rasa, Vasalya rasa, Madhurya rasa. So they are different kind of rasa, and they are all different. So it is very difficult to understand. Then Madhurya rasa is the most topmost and most secret one, and it is difficult to understand that rasa in that way. And it is said that Radha Kund, bath in Radha Kund is the gateway to the Madhurya Rasa. So just think about, I mean, uh, you just take bath in the Radha Kund and you understand the love of Radha. So how great it is. What we are talking about is, so it's like suppose I go to Radha Kund, and then I have this chanli we say, I mean, from which you sieving, I mean, wheat sieving is done. So you take that something and then you dip in the Radha Kund and then take it up. So you will see that no water is there because from the pores of those sieving, all the water will go away. Nothing will be there in your hand. So to take water from Radha Kund, also we need to have a proper, I mean, utensils like which can hold the water. Similarly, one may go and bath in Radha Kund. One may listen to the glories of Radha Kund, but that is not going to stay because our mind is porous. Our mind is have many holes. We have many. I mean, we do not have the patrata. We do not qualify to hold the glories in our mind, in the glories in our heart, the glories of Radha Kund with us, and therefore, although we may hear the glories of Radha Kund many times at many places, we may go and bath in Radha Kund. We may take the Radha Kund water, but when we hold it, nothing will come. So just for example, if my hands are open and I want to put something, then everything will pass away from my gap in the fingers. Nothing will, I cannot hold it. So I need to combine together and then catch it. So similarly, until our mind is disciplined and we discipline our mind and we do devotional service, not in control of mind, but by controlling the mind, and we are in the associate devotees, and we follow the rules and regulations, and we follow the acharyas, we follow the Guru Maharaj. So until we are under someone whose instruction we follow, our mind will never be disciplined. And until our mind is not disciplined, and we may keep doing devotional service in control of mind, then this nishtha, asakti, ruchi, bhav, and then understanding the madhurya rasa, those things will not come to us. So sadhaka must approach with the humility. I mean, if you and therefore Prabhupada said that we should not devotees they should not go and bath in the Radha Kund because sometimes they start swimming in the Radha Kund, and the cold, the water is cold. I mean, and when you bath, you feel refreshed. Sometimes people they dip their legs and they feel refreshed. So that feeling of refreshness with this body is not the glories of Radha Kund. That freshness you can get anywhere. Even you can take bath in a house also, you will get the same freshness. So we need to understand that, and people should read. We should do japa, the Radha Kund, and the Upadesamrita. And the pure devotees, they understand the prayojana of Radha Kund. So, starting with the devotees, they understand about the glories, what are the glories, and uh, then, when we advance the devotional lives, we study about the sambandha and avideya, what is the process. And the pure devotees, those who are more advanced, they are more with the prayojana. I mean, prayojana means I want to get that pure love. Love. I want to understand that what is the Radha's love with the Lord Krishna. So they are mostly fixed the prajna. So it's like their mind is fixed. They want to understand that, and then when the mind is fixed in the prajna, I want to get it anyhow. I must attain it, and then that devotee will do anything and everything to attain that. So that is the stage of pure devotees. So I'm still the new devotee stage. So I just need to understand what is glory. So that my mind can be disciplined within under instruction of Rupa Goswami and the instruction of Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and when the mind is disciplined, I do devotion services, then slowly I may get understanding about the glories. So these are slokas from Nectar of Instruction 9, 10, 11, that Vaikuntha Janito Vara Madhupuri Rasot Swadana Vrinda Aranyam Udarapa Udarapa. So the holy place known as Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Madhupuri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavana because of Krishna's Ras Lila pastime. And superior to the forest of Vrindavana is the Govardhana hill. and for it was raised by the divine hand of Lord Krishna and was the site of his various loving pastimes. And above all, the super excellent Sri Radha Kunda stands supreme, for it is the overflooded with the ambrosial nectarian prema of Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna, where then it is that intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this divine Radha Kunda, which is situated at the foot of Govardhana hill. So, the purpose of writing the next instruction is to understand, is to tell people the importance of Radha Kunda. And then in the text number 10, it is written that in the Shastra it is said that all type of fruitful workers, he who is advanced in knowledge of the higher values of life is favored by the Supreme Lord Hari. Out of many such people who are advanced in the knowledge, one who is practically liberated by virtue of his knowledge may take to dual service. He is superior to others. However, one who has actually attained prema, pure love of Krishna, is superior to him. The gopis are exalted above all the advanced devotees because they are always totally dependent upon Sri Krishna, the transcendental cowherd boy. Among the gopis, Sri Radharani is the most dear to Krishna. Her Kunda is profoundly dear to Lord Krishna as this most beloved of the gopis. Who then will not reside at Radha Kunda and the spiritual body surcharged with ecstatic devotional feeling, right? Apakarta Bhava render loving service to the divine couple Sri Radha Govinda, who perform their Ashtakal Lila, their eternal eightfold daily pastimes. Indeed, those who execute divine service on the banks of Radha Kunda are the most fortunate people in the universe. So we should understand sequentially, and this is the glory of Radha Kunda. And the last verse from the nectar of instruction is of many objects of favored delight and of all the loved damsels of Brajabhumi, so Radharani is certainly the most treasured object of Krishna's love. And in every respect, the divine Kunda is described by great sages as similarly dear to him. Undoubtedly, Radha Kund is very rarely attained, right? It is very rarely attained. So it is very difficult that I to understand that I say that I purchased a ticket of 200 rupees and got there and took bath and I came back. It is rarely achieved even by the great devotees. Therefore, it is even more difficult for ordinary devotees to attain. If one simply baths once within those holy waters, one's pure love of Krishna is fully aroused. So, I mean, in these verses of Nectar of Instructions 9, 10, 11, it is to understand the rarity of the glories of Radha Kund and the rarity of attaining the Radha Kund by us, and the rarity of taking a bath, because I said bath once in the lifetime. So our success is that if we are able to take bath, taking bath once, meaning that if we once in our heart that glories comes up in our mind, then we are successful. So I mean, it's not taking bath physically, but our mind or intelligence internally, entire thing is I mean taking bath in the Radha Kund, understanding that and being in our original form, that is the Suddha Ahankara, that I am the servant of Lord Krishna. And then from there it starts Santya, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. So very long step to go. But what we understand from this verses is that it is very rare. So once our intelligence and mind understand that it is very rare, then we get attached to it, that wow, it is very rare. I should try to achieve this. And don't wait for the next life to come. Don't wait for the next day to come. Don't wait for the next moment. Try to develop that love now and in the immediate state itself. They will not come. It is easy to say, but not come, because today I'm doing bhakti in the control of my mind. but I need to do bhakti with my mind in my control, my mind is disciplined, and then in that stage, slowly we can develop the nishtha, ruchi, asakti, then bhav, then prem, and then in that state of prem, we can understand, we can appreciate that how Radharani loves Lord Krishna, and then we can understand that what is the glories of Radha Kund, and that is called that if simply baths once in our lifetime. So the success of our being in this movement of Prabhupada, the success of we being in the movement of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is that in this lifetime we understand the glories of Radha Kund. At least once we are able to take bath in Radha Kund, we at least once we are able to understand the glories, understand the importance, and then our life is very successful. So it is very difficult for me as well because I also do not understand the Guru Radha Kund very much. So I cannot say that I have covered the topic given to me, but I just try to share something on what I just read about it. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to remember and talk on Radha Kund. And with your blessings, I hope that I will be able to discipline my mind. To discipline the mind means that be under someone, because mind cannot be self-disciplined. Mind can only be disciplined if we accept to follow orders of some superior. So if you follow the order of superior, we are under the instructions, the mind is discipline, and that is the beginning point of understanding the Radha Kund. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. I stop here now.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam Prabhu. Thank you very much for giving wonderful overview and insight on the glories of Radha Kund. In the interest of time, I think we can take one or two questions. I think someone has raised the hand.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, you said in the middle level, it is deepening of sambandha and refining of abhideya. What does that mean, Prabhu?
So Sambandha, Abhidheya, and the Prayojana. So in the beginning, we just hear the glories. I mean, that Krishna is great, Radha is great, the love is great. But you don't understand that, okay, they are there, but what is my relationship with them? So people, they don't inquire about it, that who am I? So Lord Krishna said, Mamai Vansa Jiva Loke, Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. They are my eternal part and parcels. So that is Sambandha starts. So if I am his part, what is my relationship with him? So those Sambandha, and then the Vidya is how to get there. So those things only devotee starts in the mid level or Madhyama Adhikari, they start asking this question. New devotee, they do not ask this question, that what is my relationship with Lord Krishna? What should I perform to achieve into that state? So only devotees who are Madhyama Adhikari, they start asking this Sambandha Vidya. So until unless we have relationship with Lord Krishna, how we are related to him, that Sambandha Gyan is not there. We are not situated in the Avidheya, and then we don't understand. And that the advanced devotees, they understood the Sambandha Avidheya, and they are now fixed up in the Prayojana. So their life is fixed. What they want to achieve in life, in this life form, that is fixed. So their Prayojana is fixed, what they want to achieve. I hope I answer, Mataji.
Yes, thank you, Prabhu. And one more thing, Prabhu, one question was asked by one devotee, how do we know that anartha nivrutti has taken place in me? When I just see, I just don't see all the stages. I just do what best I can do. So when the person questioned, then it arose to me, maybe I have lot of anarthas. But the answer which was given is at every stage you have anarthas. It is not you're totally, even in the bhava stage, you have anartha. Could you throw some light on that, Prabhu?
Hamal, so I mean, whatever I understood is like, see, For example, initially I used to take onion and garlic, and then when I said that, they said that no, you need to stop taking onion and garlic to advance. So for sometimes that taste was there in my mouth. So I stopped taking onion and garlic, but the taste was there in my mouth. And when I see someone taking onion and garlic, I feel that I should also take because I enjoyed that taste initially. So so that is the second stage. So I still the taste is there. The importance of that anartha because I enjoyed it, it is there in your mind. And after some time, now I dislike the taste. I dislike the even the smell of onion and garlic. Something which I used to take long back, but today I don't like the even the smell itself. And if by mistake if I take it, then I feel like vomiting it. So that means the entire taste of that is gone. So anarthas. So anarthas are like that. So until we have some appreciation for those, and we say that in some circumstances it is okay to be like that. So that means we have some taste, but in the final stage, those anarthas, they are, it is said in the Narad Bhakti Sutta, Vamanavata. Vamanavata means something, I mean, it's like a vomiting out. So something somebody has vomited out, we will never taste. I mean, if somebody was eating rasgulla and then after eating rasgulla, he vomited it out. So we never feel that I should eat the rasgulla, take it and take it because that is very tasty. So Vamanavata. So for the all the anartha that we understand, if our feeling is like Vamanavata, and there's no appreciation for those, we are not attracted, we do not think about it. Even somebody mentions about it. I mean, when I go to market, the onion garlic is not in my list. I never prepare the list. I don't think about it. They do not exist for me on this earth, onion garlic, something like that. They do not exist. And if somebody mentions about it, then I think what it is. I mean, what can you do with that? So anartha nivritti stage is something, it is gone. I mean, those all the anarthas are not there. We do not know the name itself. We do not understand what it is. That is a stage we get to anartha nivritti. And anartha at the perfection stage is not that anartha. It is called, I mean, mixing up of the rasas. It is not like anartha in the stage of I mean, impure stage in the initial stage. Those are mixing of the rasas. That is, sometimes they say the anartha. So anartha nivritti, if it happens with us, then you distaste. I mean, just like there is a sloka where it says that whenever I hear about the association of women, I just spit on it. So that is the state one achieves. That is called anartha nivritti has happened. So one can test himself that if anartha nivritti has, if one has passed the anartha nivritti stage or not. So test is that he did not know the name of those anartha. It doesn't exist in his life. And even if it's mentioned, he thinks what it is. I mean, but if we are still struggling, we are fighting with it, we are trying to control it, and it comes with us, it means that we are still fighting with the anartha nivritti state. So this is my understanding, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Dandavad Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Any other comments or questions from the devotees? Okay, I think Prabhuji, there are no questions. So we can end today's session with Vaishnava Pranam. Thank you very much, Prabhuji, once again. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhobhyasya patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत की जय, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, राधा कुंड महोत्सव की जय, शतकोटि वैष्णव की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि. Thank you, devotees. I'll end the session. We'll meet tomorrow morning.